Hello students, let's move to our next important crop, and this crop is well known or known as king of fibers. Now you guess that crop, correct? It is cotton. Okay, so botanical name of this crop is Gossypium species. Why I wrote here Gossypium species? Because four species are used for cultivation. This crop belongs to family Malvaceae, and according to cotton species, origin is quite different. Okay, here is economic importance of this crop. So it is most important fiber crop which plays important role in economy and in social places of the world. Cotton is grown mostly for fiber preparation, and these fibers are used for manufacturing of clothes. Again, this cotton fiber is used for making threads. Even cotton seeds are used for oil extraction. It is important for objective type question. Cotton seed contains 15 to 25% of oil, and after refinement we can use the cotton oil also for consumption. See, after oil extraction, remaining part, that is cotton seed cake, is used as a good manure, organic manure, and even this cotton seed cake is used for animal feeding also. Okay, so if we think about its cake, it contains 6% nitrogen, 3% phosphorus, and 2% K2O. After oil extraction, remaining part, that is cotton seed, cotton linter, pulp, cotton meal, which these are used as a good concentrate feed for cattle. And most important economic importance, this crop is called as king of fiber. Even uh, white gold of India is also known as cotton. Okay. Here is area and distribution. If we think about world, these are different countries where this crop is cultivated. Here are the different states in India. This crop is majorly cultivated, and in Maharashtra, in these districts, this cotton is cultivated. Okay, here you can see statistical data of this crop area, production, and productivity. Here is the next part, classification. So there are 20 number of species of cotton, including cultivated species. But cultivated species have spinnable lint, and wild species have short, fuzzy seeds or smooth seeds. See, according to Hutchinson, these are following four cultivated species of cotton used for cultivation. In that first is, and these species are divided into two major types. Deshi cotton, it is called as old world cotton. American cotton, that is new world cotton. So in Deshi cotton, two species are included. One is Gossypium arboreum, Gossypium herbaceum is next one. And in American cotton, Gossypium hirsutum and Gossypium barbadense. These are two species of American cotton. Okay, so as these are different sorry, as these are different four cultivated species of cotton, you can write, if botanical name asked to you, you can write botanical name of any species. But if particular botanical name is asked for you, write botanical name of Deshi cotton or write botanical name of American cotton. At that time you have to go for specific species. Okay, here on next slide we can learn detailed characteristics of these cultivated species of cotton. Here is Gossypium arboreum Deshi cotton. So fiber is coarse and short in nature. Length of fiber is 1.5 to 2.10 centimeter, and these threads or fibers are used for making mattresses, and these are used for mixing with wool and staple cotton. If we think about a area, so in India this species is cultivated on about 17% area. Next is herbaceum species. Fiber length of herbaceum species is again 1.25 to 1.30 centimeter, and in area this species is cultivated on and about 11% area. Here you can see photographs of these two species. Okay, let's move to next species. Here is herbaceum species, that means these two are American species of cotton. So fiber length of Hirsutum species is quite more, 1.80 to 3.10 centimeter, and about 69% of area is covered by this species in India. And this Barbadian species is also known as Sea Island cotton, Egyptian cotton, or Sudan cotton. And fiber length of this species is more compared to all these cultivated species. It is 3.6 to 5 centimeter long. And in India, this species is cultivated on and about area 3%. Okay, so these are different cultivated species of cotton. Here you can see photograph of these two species. Let's move to botanical description. This cotton is herbaceous plant which attains height up to 60 to 100 centimeter, and it's having well developed taproot system. Stem is erect and we can find much branches to the stem. Most important part or structures, that means two type of birds are present at the each uh, base of leaf petiole, and these two birds are responsible for development of flower reproductive stages and vegetative stages to this cotton crop. Okay, in that first bird or first type of bird is axillary bird, and this bird is also called as true bird. These auxiliary birds develop only vegetative branches, or these birds converted into vegetative branches which bears only leaves. No flower is developed or present on these type of vegetative branches. And these type of branches are called as monopodial branches in cotton crop. Here is next type of bird, that is accessory bird. One is axillary bird and next one is accessory bird. And this accessory bird develops fruiting branch. Fruiting branch means on this branch you can see all type of flowers, and then after fertilization these flowers are converted into fruit of this cotton crop. That's why this branch is called as fruiting branch. And one more synonym used for this um, branch, that is sympodial branch. Okay, so monopodial branch is developed through axillary bud, and it is vegetative branch. Accessory bud develops fruiting branch, and this fruiting branch is called as sympodial branch. You have to keep in mind, it is important for objective type question, for theory as well as practical. Okay, uh, this crop has tendency to for lower branches to be vegetative, and upper all branches are um, fruiting branches. One more structure present on this crop, in this plant we can see, that is square. Square means it is nothing but the flower bud. Okay, and it has pyramidal shape, green in structure, and after 18 to 24 days of square formation you can see flowers are produced to this crop plant. Okay, next is fruit is enlarged ovary which develops into 3 to 5 number of locules, and this fruit is called as bole. And in that fruit you can find one more structure, that is cotton fiber. Actually cotton fiber is what? Cotton fiber is elongation or outgrowth of an epidermal cell present on seed coat. That means on seeds of cotton there is a presence of epidermal cells, and from that epidermal cells such type of outgrowth is developed, and this outgrowth is called as cotton fiber. Okay, so in some species you can find long outgrowths, and these long outgrowths are called as staple cotton or lint, and short outgrowth is called as fuzz. Okay, here you can see few photographs, seeds, cotton seedling, cotton plant. Here you can see all lower branches are almost are vegetative, and all upper branches of the crop plant are fruiting branches. You can see here is flowers and fruits are developed here. Here you can see again, here is sympodial branch, that is reproductive branch, and here you can see it is vegetative branch. Here again you can see from leaf, here is leaf, and from these leaf petiole two types of birds are developed here, axillary bird and accessory bird. So this axillary bird develops into vegetative growth, and this bird accessory bird develops into fruits. Okay, here is a cross sectional view of this mm, cotton square. That means after fertilization you can see this type of development of the cotton ball, enlargement of ovary. Okay, let's see to let's climatic requirement of this crop. So cotton is a warm season crop, and this requires 50 centimeter well distributed rainfall. If we think about germination, so for germination it requires 16 degrees Celsius temperature, and for its whole proper growth of vegetative growth it requires 21 to 27 degrees Celsius temperature. See, at the time of fruiting stage, this crop requires 27 to 32 degrees Celsius temperature, and cool nights are important. Okay, so heavy rainfall is at the time of fruiting stage, which sheds off or uh, its falls or flowers and young developed balls, and it reduces yield of the crop. If we want to obtain good quality produce or good quality cotton fibers, then this crop requires abundant of sunshine, especially during boll formation, at the time of boll maturity, and at the time of harvesting. This crop is susceptible for frost condition and also a cloudy weather. Let's move to next part, that is soil requirement of this cotton crop. And this cotton crop can be cultivated on all type of soils, mostly from sandy loam soil, sandy loam, clay loam, alluvial, and black soils also. Mostly this crop is cultivated on black soil in uh, Maharashtra. See, cotton also requires well fertile soils with good water holding capacity, with good drainage facility, and even good aeration also. If we think about soil pH, so it can be that soil should have a pH up to 5.5 to 8.5. So this type of soil pH, this type of pH having soils we can prefer for cotton cultivation also. Okay, so mostly black cotton soils are ideal for rain-fed cultivation in peninsular region of India, and alluvial soil are recommended for North India. Sandy, then saline or waterlogged soils are not suitable for cultivation of this crop. Let's move to next part, uh, cropping system. So in North India, this crop is cultivated or used in different cropping system. But here you can see examples of crop rotations followed in North India. So cotton is cultivated in Kharif season, and it is followed by wheat in Rabi, chickpea, field pea, or linseed crop. These are common rotations followed in India, North India. Here you can see in South India this crop is crop. This rotation is quite common. Cotton, sorghum, and ragi means finger millet. Or this cotton is intercropped with ragi again with finger millet or other millets and the groundnut. Okay, even this crop is cultivated as a mixed crop with sesame, finger millet, that means ragi, chilies, gawar, castor, and groundnut also. Here is field preparation. So as cotton is deep rooted crop, so it requires well prepared seed bed. So we have to plow our field 15 to 20 centimeter deep after harvesting of previous crop. Then we have to follow 3 to 4 number of harrowings for making good till topsoil. Or if harrow is not available, we can follow 4 to 5 number of ploughings, crisscross ploughings. And then we have to follow leveling of field. Especially in North India, two pre-sowing irrigations are given at short interval to reduce time span for germination of seeds. Okay, here is sowing time. So sowing time again varies according to region. See, in north region of India, this crop is cultivated up to first fortnight of May to up to 25th of the May. So these are few varieties cultivated according to this sowing time. In central zone of India, 15 to 25th of May. South region of India, especially in Tamil Nadu, it is cultivated in September to October month, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka August to September. Okay, here you can see sowing time for Maharashtra. So rain-fed cotton is sown at first fortnight of June, and irrigated cotton is again sown according to region. So in this region, this crop is cultivated up to first fortnight of March. In Nagar region, first fortnight of April. In Khandesh and Vidarbha Marathwada region, it is cultivated up to second fortnight of May. Okay, here is showing depth for cultivation of this cotton crop, that is 4 to 5 centimeter deep. Next is seed rate. So seed rate again varies according to variety of this crop. Variety, that means species of crop we are using for cultivation, whether we are using Deshi cotton species, or whether we are using American cotton species, or we are choosing hybrid. So according to this sowing method and seed rate and even spacing is different. So if we are using Deshi cotton species, drilling dibbling methods are used for sowing, and seed rate is 15 to 18 or 10 to 12 kilograms per hectare, and spacing is 45 by 22.5 centimeters spacing. For American cotton, uh, here are the sowing methods and seed rates and spacing used for cultivation. And for hybrid, this crop requires less seed rate compared to Deshi and American cotton, and spacing is quite similar like American cotton for hybrid. See, in the examination, you have to write cultivation of any. See, for example, write cultivation of rain-fed cotton with the help of following point, or write cultivation of American cotton with the help of following point. So at that time, if seeds and sowing point is there, at that time you just have to mention American cotton, these all things related to American cotton. Okay, method of sowing, seed rate and spacing. Sowing time is quite common for all. If question is there for hybrid cotton, you have to go for this table, this part of the table. Okay, let's move to next part, seed treatment. So acid seed delinting is followed for removal of fuzz or lint of the seeds, or cow dung paste is also used for. We learned this part already in practical. Here are the photographs. Next, seed treatment given for the cotton seed, that is water soaking for quick germination. Azotobacter is also recommended to increase nitrogen fixation for the crop. Next is nutrient management, that means manures and fertilizer requirement of this crop. So cotton is heavy feeder crop, so we have to provide proper nutrient management for successful or for good yield of this crop. So we have to add 15 to 20 tons of well decomposed farmyard manure compost at the time of land preparation or at the time of last harrowing. Here is the recommended fertilizer dose of this cotton crop. See, this remaining part of nutrient management I'll discuss in next video. Thank you.